times I've heard even great players just really hammer out the left hand where it's super heavy. So we got, watch, I'll go to A minor because that's even lower in this position. It's great, I love it, it's intense, but I'm also feeling just there, I'm just feeling that. So what's happening, everybody? Jim from Grassroots Piano, and if this is the first time checking out this channel, welcome. This channel is all about helping adults not only improve on the piano, but stay motivated, get your practicing going, learn about rhythms, chords, reading music, melody, maybe take a break from an app and learn from a human, maybe learn about expressiveness and printing out music and all that other good stuff. Anyway, welcome. Today's lesson kind of came spur of the moment because I was practicing, just thinking of a warm-up for a few students, and I said this might be fun to share with the viewers and subscribers of the Grassroots Piano channel. So today we are going to talk a little bit about the D minor, A minor chord, and G minor arpeggio. This is definitely a lesson for a newer learner, but if you're brand new, you're still at the right place. I have playlist where you're starting from the very beginning. So if you start watching me and you're getting confused, then definitely go to that playlist. You can always come back to this lesson. This lesson also is good for someone who might have a busy schedule and is taking some time off and wants to start practicing again. This might be a fun exercise for you. So let's begin. We are going to be in 4/4 time, and we're going to be playing these chords in these hand positions. This is my middle C for reference, and I'm going to have my thumb on A, and then my 2 finger on D, and then actually I'll have my, I'm waking up here, 1 on A, and then the 3rd finger on D, and then F, the 5 finger. So that is our D minor chord, second inversion. Chords and inversions are useful and definitely worth getting down, by the way. If that is bogging you down, we are working in this hand position. All right, that's going to be for 2 bars, and then we're going to go to A minor for 2 bars, then back to D minor. And then we're going to finish with G minor, and this is the big hand position change to the G, B flat, and D. Other thing I forgot to mention, I usually teach with a little humor, simplifying it and teaching somewhat slow, so it's a good thing for learners who want that instead of everything really rushed. Our lives can be so busy, we don't want to rush our time at the piano because then we'll play that way, even no matter how simple it is. All right, pattern 1. Pattern 1 is going to be 8th notes back and forth, and it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And as I'm counting out the quarter notes, my right hand is playing 8th notes. By the way, I'll have a PDF too if that helps you. If you're a reader, you can check that out. When I'm playing this, I'm going to have the 8th notes consecutive, but you can make it easier if you want. For now, I would suggest the left hand is just going to be playing the quarter notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slow it down. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. G minor. 3. You can alter this pattern by going to, I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So I have a half note on beat 3, or if you want, yeah, and you could have, I'm not using the pedal, keeping it clean and honest so you can see the notes on the screen well. Then the pedal thing, I got to get into more videos with the pedal. Basically, really listen to your sound and just don't flood everything, because that just is a bad habit and we get used to it. Now, what I was saying before, you can have the 8th notes and then go into the half note. If that helps you with the hand position change, 3, 4. And the other tip is the hand position change. Think about, okay, I'm going to A minor, I'm getting there. So this is our hand position for D minor for this lesson, and then A minor, we're going here. And you know, some teachers would say you can do this too. I'm being a bit more, I don't know what the best word is, kind of strict, just because this would be what beginners would learn, but it's okay to mix this up when you get into songs and chords. So there you have it. But so I'm saying that too to redeem myself because I might end up doing that. So here and then there, and then the G minor is the big switch here. All right, who's ready for pattern 2? I am. So this one is outers. We have the outers and then the one in the middle. So this is a pretty popular pattern. I think Imagine this pattern works that way. So we're going to have 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, A minor, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Back to D minor soon. 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, G minor, and here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. A minor. 1, 2, 3. D minor, and 1, 2, 3, and G minor, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and all right, a quick tip. When we're getting into chords where we're using the black key, a lot of learners will be a little too far away. Get comfortable bringing the hand in the keyboard. That's really important. Make sure that you're using the whole keyboard and we're thinking arm weight and all that other good stuff. Slow and steady. All right, I'll play that one a little faster just so you get an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. Add dynamics. One thing I wanted to bring up earlier, and I forgot because I'm doing this lesson just on the spur of the moment, if you will, is we get excited when we get control with the left hand and we're doing the octaves. Sometimes, though, less is more. So really listen to your sound. You are not a bad piano player if you're just using one root. Piano is an intense instrument. There's a huge range. And oftentimes, I've heard even great players just really hammer out the left hand where it's super heavy. So we got, watch, I'll go to A minor because that's even lower in this position. It's great, I love it, it's intense, but I'm also feeling just there, I'm just feeling that. So what was that, Jim? So you really want to just be aware of what we're doing because we got our voicings, we got chords, we got melody and all that stuff. But we are going to 3 and we're calling this the back and forth. So we got like that. 1. I like this one. 1, 2, 3, G minor, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And all right, so that one I have to say that some learners, I'm going to use this hand because you can see it better. When we're playing the 5 finger, it's easy to kind of maybe cave in a little bit. So you want to just make sure that you're supporting your sound and you're really just, instead of pressing, okay, you are really playing the tips of the fingers. And the reason you can't hear my clicking, because I just took their fingernails. So if you do have long fingernails, you can play. It's just going to be a little different. I don't know what to say. I haven't met an intense teacher or a famous pianist that has super long nails, but hey, you know, whatever works. The next one is my favorite, and I'm going to try to behave. It's all going down, and then there's a little change. 1, 2, 3, 4. So a little syncopated. Hear it? Ba, ba, ba. I heard that. So you want to get into that. And that can be a coordination thing. We're going to try to behave first with the left hand. Slow it down, sorry. 3, 4. So that one's tricky. If you're a reader, though, the PDF might help. That one you can also add to it when you're ready, but I feel a little bad here. I think I just went into it because I got a little excited. So 2, 3, what am I doing? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have a motto as a teacher: there's no sense of teaching if you're not going to teach it correctly. In this case, slowing it down and counting it. So back to the A minor: 1, 2, 3, 4, and D, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I have this: 1, 2. Watch what I do with the left hand with the accents. 2, 3. Trying to talk and play is a disaster because I wanted to do some left hand stuff. So I'll be quiet here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Especially if I didn't practice the recording. Alright, so one of the things I want to say is, if you're still here, I think I might think of another pattern just as a bonus for you. But one of the things I've come across time and time again when we can't get both hands working together, and there's a lot of reasons, and since I'm just looking at a lens right now, I can't identify all of them, I'm not listening to you, but one of the common things is we're not patient enough, we're not consistent enough, and we don't slow down. So you have to keep that in mind. And also, don't be hard on yourself. Just break it down. It gets better. Earlier when I was trying to play, I just kind of came up with these exercises. I didn't sit down and play them for 10 minutes or whatever to get them down. I've done enough teaching where I can just do it. I'm not bragging by any means, trust me. But I needed to slow it down for me to get it correct, and that's just the point in case. But one thing, this is not an arpeggio, but this is kind of like a fun right-hand thing. Let's see if I can think of something where it's a conversation between left and right, but the rhythm goes back and forth. I don't know. Let's see if it's, maybe you'll like it. 1, 2. I think up here would be better for this. It's very muddy with the sample. Yeah, that might work. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I had it. I was just jamming. But this happens a lot of times. That's why a lot of keyboards now, you can record it, or your phone, you can record yourself. Because I'm definitely too busy. 1. Yeah, I'll get into this one. So I'm going back and forth, and I did the octave, and I didn't like it. The house was, the amp's pretty loud, so it was shaking, but I'm just doing like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. I'll leave it in there. You can jam on it if you want. The goal is you're going to have one hand and echo the other hand. You're just doing eighth notes. 1, 2, and 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that is really good stuff to get down and just jamming and hearing stuff. And like I said before, record it and play it back. That's time worth spending, especially if you're going to be a rhythm patterns player and all those chords, which I love. As you can tell, I have a bunch on my channel, so you can check out right here if you wish. I am going to have dinner, and I wish everyone well, and keep on playing and practicing. But check out that video. It might be a benefit. Bye for now. See ya.